Chapter 1: Empire's Final Gamble. The story begins where most endings are written, in the quiet moments before everything changes. The year is 1683, and the air over Vienna hums with tension. The Ottoman Empire, once an unstoppable force, now stands at the precipice of its greatest gamble. For decades, its armies have swept across Europe, leaving cities in ruins and empires trembling. But now, as the sun rises over the Danube, a different kind of storm gathers. This is not just another siege. This is the last storm. The Grand Vizier, Kara Mustafa Pasha, stands atop the walls of his command tent, his gaze fixed on the distant spires of Vienna. The city, a jewel of the Holy Roman Empire, has long been a thorn in the side of the Sultan. Its fall would not only secure Ottoman dominance, but also strike a blow against the Christian powers that have resisted for so long. The Janissaries, the elite soldiers of the Sultan, sharpen their blades. The cannons, massive and black, are loaded with iron and fire. The drums of war beat in the distance, a rhythm that has echoed across continents. But this time, something is different. The winds of fate have shifted. The Ottoman Empire, once a monolith, now faces a Europe that has learned from its defeats. The Habsburgs, the Poles, the Saxons, they have united. And at their head stands a man who will change the course of history. Jan III Sobieski, the King of Poland. The siege begins with a thunderous roar. The cannons of the Ottomans open fire, their shells crashing against the walls of Vienna. The city trembles. The defenders, led by the desperate but determined Count Ernst Ardeiger von Starhemberg, scramble to hold the line. The Janissaries, clad in their distinctive red fezzes and flowing robes, scale the walls with terrifying efficiency. The clash of steel, the cries of the wounded, the acrid smoke of gunpowder, it is a symphony of destruction. But Vienna does not fall easily. The defenders fight with the fury of men who know there is no retreat. The streets become battlegrounds, every alleyway a potential death trap. The Ottomans, though vast in number, find themselves bogged down in a city that refuses to surrender. The siege drags on, days turning into weeks. The Grand Vizier grows impatient. The Sultan's orders are clear. Vienna must fall. Yet as the siege wears on, whispers spread among the Ottoman ranks. The supplies are running low. The winter is coming, and with it the threat of starvation. The Janissaries, once invincible, now question their commanders. The morale of the army wavers. The gamble, it seems, is not going as planned. Meanwhile, in the distant plains of Poland, King Sobieski prepares for war. He knows that Vienna's fall would mean the end of Christian Europe as he knows it. The Polish hussars, clad in their gleaming armor and flowing wings, stand ready. The cavalry, the backbone of the Polish army, is the last hope for Vienna. Sobieski, a man of both strategy and charisma, rallies his men with words that will echo through history. The relief force sets out, a vast army marching toward the besieged city. The Ottomans, sensing the approaching storm, redouble their efforts. The cannons roar louder. The Janissaries press harder. The walls of Vienna groan under the assault, but the defenders hold. They must, for if they fall, all is lost. The final days of the siege are a blur of chaos. The Ottomans, desperate now, launch one last desperate assault. The Janissaries storm the gates, their cries echoing through the streets. The defenders, bloodied but unbroken, meet them with steel and fire. The battle rages, a whirlwind of violence that seems to last an eternity. And the insolence. The Ottoman assault falters. The Janissaries, exhausted and outnumbered, begin to retreat. The walls of Vienna still stand. The city has held. But the storm is not over yet. For on the horizon, a new force approaches. The Polish hussars, their banners flying, charge toward the battlefield. The Ottomans, already weakened, now face annihilation. The siege of Vienna is over, but the war is far from done. The Ottoman Empire, once a titan, now stands at the edge of collapse. The Christian powers, emboldened by their victory, will push back. The balance of power in Europe has shifted forever. As the sun sets over the battlefield, the survivors look upon the ruins of war. The gamble has failed. The last storm has passed, and the world will never be the same. The stage is set for the next chapter. The battle for Vienna is won, but the war for Europe's future has only just begun.